taking a look at Roku, which has been super expansive in the television software space. Practically everyone's biggest TV is probably a Roku, and it's one of those stocks that people find themselves very passionately divided about. Does this go to 10,000 or does it go to zero? Let's take a look. So Roku just reported earnings on Thursday evening, and I'm taking a look here at the monthly chart just so that we can get some context on what has been happening in Roku and not blinded by the noise or the sway of news headlines or short-term price action. Roku is in a very clear and present uptrend. In fact, on the monthly chart, we've had just about almost a year and a half of almost straight upside. It is only within the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months that we've begun to see Roku settle down a bit and form a bit of a flag formation, but that flag formation is still happening in the context of a bullish trend. As you can clearly see on the monthly, this level here at 96, 98, and 99 have held every time we've come down there, causing a very, very bullish response, except for this intervening period here where we made new highs at 176, but came all the way back down on this sell-off. Again, it was met with aggressive buying that eclipsed not the high, but the closing high of where this bar began. And so there definitely is aggressive demand that is coming into Roku, but at appropriate and pick your spot levels. For the past 2 months, we've had a very orderly pullback to this around 120 level. If we go down to the lower time frame, the 3-year weekly, you can see it even more clearly. We have a really, really nice descending channel forming in Roku. Again, in the context of a bullish flag. And so I actually would not be too upset about this latest sell-off into what is a probable area of price support, because that's an area that I would put something on leaning against this 120 level to see if buyers step in once more to support the stock there before its resumption higher, possibly back into this 150 level, which was the open of Friday's range. So there's actually a lot of meat on this bone, both sides, for both longs and shorts. And so keep it simple, smarty, looking for that 120 level to possibly be retested again. If not in the short term, you definitely want to be looking at Friday's low, which was 127.40, and possibly even this low down here at around 124. If we have any bit of weakness on Monday and prices gap down even just a little, I would definitely have Roku on my list as a long candidate, just because there's definitely asymmetric risk opportunity here leaning against this intermediate extreme at around 120. How would I go about playing that? Well, you guys know that I am an option collection guy versus an outright premium outlay, and so my first tendency would definitely be to sell put spreads on Roku, particularly if we have some elevated implied volatility on any overall or wider market weakness that's going to pump the volatility in the put options in Roku as well. Again, leaning against this 120 level. If this 120 level breaks, that would definitely be my cue to exit and move on. If it does hold, then very quickly to the upside, we have 132, we have 137, we have 142, and then once more this high at around 150 to 152. That is my short-term take on Roku. Keep it simple, smarty. Be safe out there today, guys.